go. First fish. First fish, guys. Look at that. So we are actually out here testing some of these new flies that we picked up. There's this one right here that we got. I don't truly know the name of it. I just know it's a subsurface fly. We've been really throwing around these subsurface flies lately. It's the month of oh goodness, I don't know what month it is actually. Ooh, that's bad. I just know it's fall. Good God, excuse me. It's fall, so we're throwing around a lot of these bait fish patterns. These fish are really focused on bait fish at the moment, obviously. I'm having a hard time getting this fly out of this fish's mouth. But yeah, so we're throwing around these bait fish patterns. Subsurface flies lately have been working really well lately for us. And this little guy just absolutely choked that little dude. So there you go, first one on the board. He got a little mark on his back. So yeah, we've just been throwing those guys around. We're gonna toss some more flies around here, kind of test some new techniques out, and hopefully catch some bigger fish. So today we're gonna primarily be throwing around these topwater flies, subsurface flies. Like I said, we're testing out this one and this guy right here. We've caught some fish on this guy right here, a whole lot of fun. I just wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit lately and throw some around some of these subsurface flies. I actually picked these up from my local fly store, Orlando Outfitters, which I know I've mentioned a lot in other videos. They're really good people. They sell really good flies, and you guys need to go check them out. But you can see where the bank normally is. Like the bank's normally like right here, like we can step like right there. I mean, it's not a lot, but the water's definitely up high right now. I can actually go try and find this little thing that we put down here to measure where the water is, if it's getting lower or higher or whatnot. Let me try and find that, and then we'll actually get back to fishing here. It should be down here. It's like a little, pretty rudimentary, but it works. And if you're ever wondering if your pond is going higher or lower, I would do this. Oh, yep, see, it's right here. So I kid you not, we put this here maybe 2 days ago. So you see these 4 stones right here? So we were able to step right there, and that was land right there. Let's see if the GoPro is even picking this up. Yeah, right here we could step right there, and this entire little strip right here was dry. So you can tell how much how much rain we've had in the past 2 days. It's pretty crazy that it's raised that much. I mean, it's good, but it's just crazy how much it rained literally in a single day. And it just gets these fish popping, especially if it were just a little warmer out today, which I wish it was, because these fish would be absolutely triggered. Unfortunately, that's not what we have, so is what it is. See if there's anything down here though. But if you fish a lot, you know big bass can be caught in the fall. It's like as soon as you start casting, the wind wants to pick up. It's like as soon as I go for my first cast, the wind just like shifts. The wind's like, oh, here we are. It's like, seriously, man, come on. The fly line wants to get all around your ankles. You know, a lot of the same old. I know there's got to be a fish over there. You give us a few more casts, and then I think we're gonna switch to bigger version of this fly. Just cast right up on the bank like that. Oh, well, we caught ourselves a log right there. That's cool. Okay, let's give me one more cast out here to the middle. We're gonna drag this guy across, and then we're gonna switch to a different fly here. And obviously this fly is all tangled up, so yeah. Oh, it's just got a bunch of hair, a bunch of weeds on it. So let me dig into my pocket right here, and we are going to switch on. We're gonna tie this guy on, see if it's any different. Kind of looks like the same thing. There's slight differences. This is, I'm pretty sure this is deer hair. This more feathers and like little like just rubber legs and whatnot. A little bit bigger of a head. So yeah, let's switch. So we just tied this guy on. We're gonna throw this guy around, see if anything wants to take it. Get my first impressions on this fly too. My first time actually throwing it. Get that out there. First impressions right off the bat, it makes a lot more noise. Doesn't sink as much. It's not a subsurface fly. It's more of a, I would say that this is more of a like a topwater, kind of a frog style fly. Makes a good amount of noise. That little styrofoam head does a really good job of that. Okay, well, my line was all messed up there. The legs give a good action behind it, not too much subtle little action. You can really pop this. So yeah, so far it's a really good fly. I don't necessarily know if the conditions right now are the best for this fly, but there's only really one way to find out, and obviously I'm not used to casting this thing, so the first like 10 casts are gonna be maybe a little wonky looking. Don't mind me. This actually gives off a really good noise. It almost sounds exactly like your like just traditional hard body frogs that like you'd maybe use on like a bait cast or something. Sounds almost similar to that. So far it's a solid fly. I see a weed patch over here. I'm trying to cast that, but I'm not used to this fly, so I can't really get it over there yet. There we go. My initial impressions, I like this fly. It's a good little fly. Doesn't sink as much as I'd maybe wanted it to / expected it to, but overall pretty solid fly. I might throw this around for like maybe another minute and then throw back on that little the fly that I was first using, just because I think that that's gonna be a little bit more effective in the conditions that we're given with right now. It's windy, it's cold. Obviously there's a cold front. I think these fish might be a little bit more apt to bite on a subsurface fly than a true topwater fly. I'm gonna take one cast at this little bank right here. Saw a tiny little fish blow up over here. Okay, okay, there you go, fly line. Saw a tiny fish blow up over here. I guess this would be the perfect video to say, don't get discouraged when it gets colder out. If you live in like a area like I do right now, like Florida, it gets colder out, the fishing's gonna get a little tougher. It doesn't mean that the fish aren't gonna bite though. Right on the money. It doesn't mean that the fish aren't gonna bite, as seen. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna bite. It just might be a tougher bite, and you just might have to go get different flies and test out different flies and see what different techniques work. Like this right here. Like, I don't really ever throw subsurface flies, and we're quickly figuring out that these subsurface flies are absolutely just killing it in the fall season. So what we'll do more is throw these subsurface flies. It's something that we're going to continue to do throughout this month, throughout the season, and it catches nice fish. Like, yeah, that's a good fish. I mean, I know it's not a 10-pounder or anything, but it's a decent fish right there, guys. And I'm just saying that if it gets harder, or if it seems harder, you should really see and look at what fly you're throwing, and maybe you're just throwing the same fly that you always normally do. And in some cases that's fine, but when the seasons change dramatically, you want to change to something different. And that means going to your fly shop, maybe buying 5 flies, and 4 out of the 5 flies you buy something different. You know, this is a different fly to me. Obviously it's paying off, literally and metaphorically. And yeah, it's just, it's what you kind of got to do if you want to catch fish. If you're always throwing the same fly, you're probably not going to catch a lot of fish. That's the cold hard truth. Fly fishing is all about learning, and it's about changing, and that's the name of the game. But yeah, other than that, that was a good little fish. Sorry about that little rant right there. Yeah, that was a good little fish. That was like maybe like 1.5. I know there's definitely bigger fish out here. Was not a bad little fish right there we just got. Okay, we're gonna give this one more cast, then we're gonna move on down. Okay, we're gonna move down a little bit here. See if any donkeys live down yonder. Hopefully hook into one. There goes a fish right there. Might be a nicer one too. Might be. Oh, it's decent. That's a little buck bass. That's a little dude. Right on the lip. Oh, there he goes. Okay, see you, bud. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving, whatever month we're in. Ooh, right on the money. That was a good cast right there. I don't normally brag about my casts, but damn, I even splattered some freaking water up on that thing. That was cool. It's the little things in life. It's the little things.